Well, it's about 5:30 on a bank holiday Monday afternoon, and welcome to the Man Cave. This is another introduction, and this one is to make sense to me. So, part 2 of episode 2, shall we say, of my Royal Deeside trip. In this little one, and it is a bit shorter as this one, believe it or not, because we finished the last one in Braemar, in the village of Braemar. So in this one, I carry on from Braemar up the River Dee, up the single track road up to the Linn of Dee. Spectacular places, the Linn of Dee. Looking at different things on the way up. One or two little, I think the word cock up isn't too strong a term on my part. I'm riding with my eyes shut half the time these days, I think, but never mind. I did find what I was looking for eventually. A little bit of drone footage over the Linn, and then round to Mar Lodge. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, admittedly, but I always found it interesting, the history behind Mar Lodge and the size of the place itself and how it came about. So we go for a little bit of a walk. Sadly, and I don't know how it's happened, but the last couple of minutes of the video have clipped off. The clip isn't there, the clip's there, but it's shorter than it should be. I don't think the memory card is full, but something's happened. The gremlins have got there. But either way, I'll put a little bit of a note at the end to let you know it's finishing, and see what you think. All right, have a look through it, see what you think, let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, all the rest, and I'll see you in the next one. I think the next one might be a bit smoother running, so we'll see. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye for now.
And that was Braemar. So we're going to go out here now. It's only about 7 miles out to the far end, to the Linn of Dee. Dead end road, but it's a lovely dead end road. Again, following the River Dee, this time down below us on the right. One or two points of interest I want me to mention on the way across. But I'll switch off for now, and I'll see you in a few minutes. I'm just going to stop on this bridge because it's quite interesting, is this? Well, I always used to find it interesting, and my passengers used to at least pretend to be amazed, because we look at the stream coming in from our left as it passes under the bridge down below us. Nice little stream just down there. Then we go to the other side and watch it come out the other side of the bridge. Whoa, just look at that. I'm sure the camera doesn't pick it out to be as deep as it really is, but that is a long way down. And it's there's a waterfall directly below the bridge, and it drops from one level to the other out of sight. Small things. Small things, I know. I've had it said to me so many times. Let's go a bit further. Now, over on the far side of the valley, the other side of the river, we can't see it from here, is quite an important property, Mar Lodge, M-A-R, Mar Lodge. And it was built for the Princess Royal. I think she was Victoria's 5th, Albert and Victoria's 5th child, Louise, Princess Louise. And Mar Lodge was built as a residence for her, and this bridge was put in 1948 at the behest of Queen Victoria, and quite rightly is known as the Victoria Bridge. So that was that's the way across to Mar Lodge. I'm hoping to get at it from a different direction so we can have a look at it. Well, that's a bit of a disappointment. Looks like the hanging tree has given up the ghost. There used to be a dead pine tree up there. It looks like it's fallen over in storms. It was supported by cables and all sorts to stop it from falling over. And the story behind it was that another family across here were the Lamonts, the Lamont clan, and the Farquharsons accused one of the sons of the Lamonts of stealing cattle, found him guilty in what was effectively a kangaroo court, and hung him from the tree. So he was hung up there from the tree, and of course his mother was not too happy about it, so she put a curse on it, and the curse was that should that tree fall over, the Farquharsons would die off. So needless to say, the Farquharsons did everything they possibly could to stop it from falling over, but it has gone. Also so have the Farquharsons, to be honest, so there, never mind. You turn your back for 5 years and everything changes.
Well, having spoken to the ranger, one of the National Trust wardens I should say, across at Mar Lodge, yes, the hanging tree is still there, and yes, it's still supported by cables, and yes, it's in clear view. I just must have driven past with my eyes closed. So there, right in the middle of the frame at the minute, is the hanging tree. I'll try and zoom in. You may be able to make out the cables that are holding it upright. So that was the tree that young Mr. Lamont was hung from for allegedly stealing a cow. Either way, it had the curse put on it by his mum that the Farquharsons would die out should it ever fall over. Hence, it's been cable stayed, shall we say, to prevent it from happening. So that's the hanging tree. There you go. At least we found it.
This is a particularly pleasant stretch of the Dee. It's a tiny village, the village of Inverary. This was very much a stronghold of the Lamonts, and that's a memorial to Johann Lamont, who became a royal astronomer. This is my favourite post box. Never posted anything in it, but needless to say, VR, the Victorian post box. How's that? Yeah. Now just here, the river starts to get more spectacular, and the reason for that is because we're coming to what is the Linn of Dee. Linn of Dee, Linn is taken from the Gaelic for pool, so it's the pool of the Linn of Dee. I mean, further up in the mountains are the pools of Dee, which are a bit confusing, but either way. So this is the well, it's not really a pool, it's a ravine. You can see down on below us, it's an absolute torrent through there, and it's quite a spectacular ravine. There's the Linn of Dee, somewhere to be exceedingly careful at, because there's been at least one tragedy here. There's a memorial stone down there which was to a young couple who drowned in the Linn in 1927. Memories.
So here we are at the Linn of Dee. Linn of Dee, the word Linn is taken from the Gaelic, as I said, and it means pool, but it's not a pool at all, as you can see. It's a ravine, and it's a wild ravine as well. One tragedy that I know of was best part of 100 years ago, and it was a young couple, 16th of October 1927 it was. Gwyn Gattenby was the young lad, and Katie Todd was his partner, his girlfriend. Apparently Katie fell in, and it was true. It's a typical story of misadventure, really, because he went in after her to try and save her, but resulted in both of them drowning. These days it's used by extreme kayakers. It's at the high end of extreme kayaking, to paddle through it and out the other end. I can see how they do it, but I would never see myself taking on that. Even at the height of my kayaking career, shall we say, could I have done something like that. But yes, that's the Linn of Dee.
Hopefully there will be some drone footage hereabouts. We'll see. I don't have a lot of confidence with it. Now this road does extend, in actual fact, down to another Linn, another pool, the Linn of Dee, which comes round the back of Mar Lodge. I would love to show you Mar Lodge at close quarters, because it is it's quite some property.
And I would walk 500 yards and then would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 yards to show you pictures of Mar Lodge. Yeah, okay. 500 yards I've walked for you people, just to show you photographs of this fantastic building. Built at the behest, effectively, Queen Victoria and Prince Albert for their daughter, Princess Royal, Princess Louise, as a hunting lodge. What a hunting lodge this is. This is Mar Lodge anyway. And it is some place. Can't get in. It's owned by the National Trust for Scotland. I am a member of the National Trust, but can't get in at the minute. I have been in when I was up here driving, cycled across here and spoke nicely to the staff, and I got to have a look at the banqueting hall, because there's over 2,000 red deer, sets of red deer antlers in the ceiling of the banqueting hall. Wow, what an impressive sight. But yes, that's Mar Lodge. And round the back is the Episcopalian, yes, the Episcopalian St Ninian's Chapel, for the use of those who are actually staying here. So yes, St Ninian's Chapel.